Warning. This podcast contains spoilers.
Spoiler alert. Third World Cinema Club.
Hello, hello, hello! Welcome to Third World Cinema Club. Did you miss us? No? Yes? Maybe?
Maybe not.
Maybe not. I am John Tawasil from Present Confusion.
I'm Jim from jplorapa.blogspot.com.
I'm DJ from reversedelay.net.
And joining us today, a very, very special guest. Please introduce yourself.
Yes, hi, my name is Princess Kinok of Film Police Reviews.
Yes,
Hi,
wow.
Princess.
Wow. Tristan can't be here with us today, so we have Princess here to join us on our discussion about...
And we are here tonight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, by the way, we're here tonight at Quago
Yes.
A very nice place.
in
with
Warehouse
books,
Beats.
music,
Yes.
poetry,
Culture.
and more.
And more.
Here at Chino Rosas Avenue,
Makati City.
Makati City.
Makati City.
Makati City.
Visit us. And today we'll be talking about Gerald Tarog's latest film, Goyo, Ang Batang General. Still out in cinemas right now.
Yes.
A lot of us have... We all have very different opinions on the movie. So, I guess I'll summarize first, and then I'll ask each of these lovely people here with me tonight to talk about the film. And of course, I'll add in my own opinion. So, Goyo takes place days after the events of Tarog's first film in the Hekasi cinematic universe, General Luna, after the death of Antonio Luna, spoiler.
The Alternative Heroes Trilogy.
Yes.
Yes.
The Philippine Revolution is on the run. Aguinaldo is retreating from the Americans. And in this lull, his closest general, General Gregorio del Pilar, played by Paolo Avellino, escapes to I think Pampanga, to
Dagupan, Pangasinan.
Dagupan, Pangasinan, yeah. In order to maybe, I don't know what they're gonna do there, but in that 5-month lull, the film shows what happens during that lull, and eventually Del Pilar's last stand at Tiradpas. So I guess let's start with Jim. Jim, what did you think? Tulog eh.
Ano to? Counterclockwise.
Ganun na lang. What did you think of Goyo? Ang Batang General. Hashtag Bay.
As I said dun sa before, di ba na-discuss ko
Yeah.
wala siyang sheer excitement like General Luna. So slow-paced yung film, ganun. Although pinakita dun yung mundane life ng isang hero. Kasi di ba with General Luna, more on parang highlights talaga ng life ni General Luna, ganun.
Okay.
And then, yung nanotice ko dun sa film, hindi naman siya intentionally or let's say unaware din yung filmmaker na may mga somewhat biblical reference nga yung doon nga sa General Luna. Like sa Eagle, kasi yung Eagle it reminds me nung Bible verse na Isaiah 40:31.
Okay.
Ganun. And then dun sa may parang palaspas scene, 'di ba? Parang it's like parang kino-compare yung nangyari kay Goyo with Jesus Christ nga, na parang may something na foreshadowing na mangyayari sa kanya.
Okay.
And then yung conversation nila ni Bernal, played by Art
Acuña.
Acuña.
Yeah, okay.
Wait, parang nasave ko ata sa cellphone ko yung conversation nila. Hold on lang po.
Sige yun. So, parang, are you saying parang, is it closely parang echoing yung parang Messiah parang narrative?
No way, kasi ang makikita mong parang may messianic complex is si General Luna.
Si Luna.
Than
Compared to
Goyo. Oo, kasi si Goyo, ang makikita mo is yung leader, disciple, or para bang head subordinate na parang dito respect dun kay tawag dito kay President Aguinaldo.
Aha.
Ganon. So, ito yung naalala ko. Yung sabi dito is, pareho lang tayong tapat sa pinaglalaban natin.
Okay.
Ang pagkakaiba, tapat ka sa isang patay na tao, ako tapat sa presidente. And then, Bernal said, ang pagkakaiba, ikaw ay tapat sa idolo mo. Kami mga pinatay at papatayin, tapat kami sa isang prinsipyo. Somewhat, meron siyang ganong similarity dun sa nangyari kay Saul before siya maging si Paul dun sa Bible. Ewan ko araw ko lang yun. Parang,
Okay. So
perspective.
parang more Paul yung story ni Goyo than Jesus.
Oo, ganun.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Anything to say about what Jim said?
Me, to add dun sa yung Goyo does not really see himself as a hero, at least for most of the film. Kasi, I think, taking from the title, Goyo ang batang general, para lang talaga siyang batang gusto rin niyang mabuhay bilang bata or bilang batang young man who wants to live his life, to enjoy his life.
All throughout the film, parang laging pinapaalala na bata lang sila. Para tayong mga bata. Ganun yung laging sinasabi.
Saka laging dun sa film yung remember who you are.
Yeah.
Tandaan mo kung sino ka.
Tandaan mo kung sino ka. Ganun.
So parang it speaks to the immaturity of Goya sa character and the immaturity of our nation as a whole.
Yeah. Our history, it's... Kasi
Ang nakita ko kasi dun sa film is that kine-question yung identity ng isang ng pagka-Pilipino or ng isang hero. Ganun.
Both.
Yeah.
Interesting. Kasi, well, if you're gonna ask me, I'm gonna say it flat. I didn't really like the film. If you're gonna compare it with its predecessor. Pero sabi ko, parang it's unfair to base that to its predecessor kasi nga magkaiba yung storyline nila or
Magkaiba rin yung approach.
magkaiba yung approach. Parang feeling ko habang nagsi-CR ako kanina.
Yes.
Okay, so ang atake niya kay General Luna is like that kasi yung attitude, yung aura ni General Luna is very high.
True.
Very high, parang ganun. Sobrang taas ng energy na lagi, ganyan. So, kailangan, yung pace is the same. Similar, sobrang ma-action, funny parts are ganun din. Kay Gregorio del Pilar, since hindi masyadong, yun lang, na parang hindi masyadong binigyan ng backstory, except yung part ng previous niyang, yung past trauma niya with his last war. Which I think parang dapat medyo nag-delve pa nung like sa kanila ni yung lover niya si
Remedios.
Si Remedios.
Hindi, yung previous yung kapatid ni Aguinaldo.
Si
Si Felicidad.
Si Felicidad.
Yun, parang yung konting moment lang nila was yung nung binuri na siya. Tas yung mango scene between Remedios and Felicidad. So, parang people wouldn't really understand na si Goyo ay confused. Confused siya kasi yun nga may trauma siya pero hindi nila hindi ko masyadong na-confused lang siguro ko sa part na parang paano ka naging greatest general or bakit ikaw ang favorite maliban sa para kang aso-aso ni Emilio ganyan. Kung ang basis lang sa palabas is yung the way na nagkaroon ka ng strategic military thinking is umakyat ka ng bundok, nakita mo yung mga Amerikano doon sa isang side, ganun lang. Wala yung parang nag-plot siya na okay, kayo dito kayo, ganyan-ganyan, walang parang if I'm gonna put it on a historical biopic na may mga military generals and such, like hindi na mag-mention, basta sa mga Hollywood or sa mga foreign films, sobrang ma-amaze ka kung on how they plot. Pati si General Luna, diba? The way he plotted the whole
movie. Yung story.
yung tawag doon, yung revolution, kita mo siya. Which I guess backs up the part na parang si Gregorio del Pilar, he was put on a pedestal na hindi naman niya talaga responsibilidad maging
Hindi naman niya ginusto masyado.
na maging general.
Sabi mo nga na parang confused si si Goyo. It could be that kasi di ba bata pa siya, sabi natin youth pa si Goyo, di ba?
21 lang ata siya nung sa last.
Parang tawag dito yung literal na batang general. So, di ba once you were on that age, kumbaga tayo, let's say millennial, may mga confusions talaga in life. We just don't know lang kung ano yung confusion during that time, di ba? Ng isang tao.
Although sa kanila kasi parang at 11 years old, tinuturuan na sila ng 11, 12, mga ganun.
Lumaban.
Yun nga yung madaling ma-overlook, I guess, dito sa pelikula kasi medyo iba yung way niya of yung exposition niya of the character's background or yung biography niya. Remember yung sa Town Plaza na yung parang play sa
Speech
Town
choir.
Plaza,
Yes,
speech
speech
choir,
choir.
sa bayang pagbigkas, saka yung doon lang pinakita, sobrang
Hindi ganun ka-perfect yung execution ko ng high school eh.
iba din, production. Yun, iba kasi yung presentation kaya hindi siya siguro tumatatak. Parang may part pa din na nabanggit niya si Marcelo del Pilar. Pero kung if you weren't paying attention, malalagpasan mo siya.
Oo.
Oo, na nung bata pa raw si Goyo, tinuruan siya ni Marcelo del Pilar, ganyan. Pero other than that, walang ibang mention of Marcelo del Pilar. It distances itself from the other heroes of the era. Parang wala tayong pakalam kay Rizal, wala tayong pakalam kay Bonifacio. We're talking about the underappreciated so-called heroes of the revolution.
Yeah.
Yun. And another thing na I think dapat natin ma-appreciate about Goya is si Tarog bilang the main author or filmmaker behind this. He really attacked the two films, General Luna and Goyo, based on the personalities of the historical figures. Sabi nga niya dun sa isang interview, I think sa Philippine Star, if General Luna was fire, Goyo's water. Sa poster pa lang makikita mo pulang-pula yung poster ng General Luna. Tapos
tsaka
kulay
madungis.
blue. Madungis. Tapos sobrang swabe at sobrang blue calm ni Goyo sa poster niya. Yan. But to go back yung to my overall impression of the movie, disclosure na rin siguro na disclaimer na rin na medyo Tarog fanboy kasi ako eh. Yun.
Okay.
Parang
We
sana dati
understand.
sa mga favorite films ko yun. Pero dahil siguro sobrang taas ng expectations ko sa kanya, underwhelmed ako. Yun yung honest, immediate reaction ko about it. Pero to further break it down, I really loved the first part, technically the first act, pero medyo mas mahaba siya. So yung first half ng movie, yung dagupan part,
Scenes, yeah.
na for that part hindi siya war film eh, parang romance siya eh.
Oo.
Dapat title niya parang Goyo, ang babaerong general.
Yes.
Tapos sobrang chill sa akin nung nag-transition na bigla na the boys became men kasi they have to go back to war, na biglang tinawag na sila. Nandito na ang gera, dumating na sila. Sobrang chill yun for me.
Saka maganda yung sinabi ni Joven doon na parang, di ba nung si Goyo, parang it's like quiet lang or silent. Parang sabi niya parang naghahanap siya nung parang war feel, di ba? Yung sa
Parang parang sabi niya, parang wala naman tayo sa gera.
Oo, gano'n.
Supporting back.
Para bang it signifies na silent means danger. Kasi di ba, silently yung American pala may ginagawa na behind,
True.
di ba?
They got complacent,
Oo.
basically.
Ganun.
Pero yun, kaya ako underwhelmed, I guess, kasi dun sa final act nga, yung main battle, hindi naman siguro spoiler yun, kasi alam naman natin.
Namatay naman siya talaga.
Siguro nag-expect ako na dahil Goyo was drummed up to be parang blockbuster skill talaga. Iba yung marketing nito compared sa General Luna.
That's true.
Biggest film of the year, ganyan.
Most expensive film, sinasabi. Philippine
So nag-expect siguro ako I guess na-condition ako na I really expected to see a thrilling war film towards the end. Pero wala nun eh. Kasi iba yung pace, iba yung feel, yung tone ng Battle of Tirad Pass as portrayed in this film. So yun, underwhelmed ako. But then again, after nun, so napaisip ako, I read about it. Tapos dun ko nalaman yung true history ng Battle of Tirad Pass na lumabas na rin sa reviews ng ilan na niloko pala tayong lahat ng heka sa teachers natin dati. Hindi pala ganun ka-heroic
Si
ang
Ma'am talaga,
pagkamatay ni Goyo. And I guess that's great. Parang binibigyan na lang ng palusot yan. Pero yun, Tarog was given the choice between falsifying yung history or staying truer dun sa truth ng history. At tayo na lang yung maghanap ng meaning doon na ganito pala kawalang kwenta. Yung sabi nga ng isang kaibigan ko, ganito pala ka-disappointing yung nangyari talaga ng revolution. Hindi pala ganun ka-glorious to and stuff.
Kasi when you watch General Luna and Goyo, ang may isip mo, what are the standards of being a hero, di ba? Yun yung mayroon ba talaga siyang identity? Kailangan ba mayroon siyang qualification to become a hero, diba? So, ganun din parang it's a question talaga of
heroes.
A question of heroes. Ganun.
By Nick Joaquin.
worth ng heroes, yun.
What about you? I mean,
Yun.
what's your...
So, ako na.
After it.
So, overall, nagustuhan ko yung pelikula. I agree na it's a very different film than General Luna. They're almost diametrically opposed in how they depict themselves or the events that happened. Kasi very fiery, very bombastic yung General Luna. Nakakatawa siya. Goy is more somber, more
Romantic.
more introspective. Although meron din namang romantic scenes sa General Luna with the Red Cross.
Red Grass.
With the Red Cross lady. After I saw this film, I felt that I had to look at the history first before I could judge it. Tiningnan ko, I read yung book ni Nick Joaquin na A Question of Heroes. Specifically, the chapters on Gregorio del Pilar, Aguinaldo, and Mabini. And specific in the Del Pilar chapter, nakita ko doon yung pinaka main inspiration ni Tarog behind his decisions in the film. Kasi for example, yung death ni Del Pilar sa Tirad Pass, the American press depicted it as glorious. He was riding on his steed, he was the last person standing. On the other hand, yung mga contemporary, mga Pilipino lang na accounts reflected what happened to him in the film. Parang very
Strange, no? Parang kung sino pa yung kababayan niya, yung pa yung ayaw i-glorify siya.
Yun nga ironic, 'di ba? Tapos yun nga, I agree in the sense na it tries to tell us na our hero, parang sometimes we rely too much on heroes. Parang the best kind of heroism, kumbaga. Kasi parang the film is a self-realization din kay Goyo to seeing na pwede akong maging magiting, or I'm trying to reclaim yung pagkamagiting ko. And I'll talk about that later. During the last part, there's a specific scene with spoiler character siguro, pero a character from General Luna who talks with him and he shows him the landscape of the Philippines, yung mga mountains around Tirad Pass. Na tipong leaders like, he said something to the effect of, leaders like Aguinaldo will fall. They come and go. Pero this will remain. Yun yung pinaka-affecting part of the film for me.
Ronnie Lazaro.
Yeah, his character. Oh, spoiler! Pero ayun nga, yun yung na-appreciate ko sa film, na it's parang it's an interrogation of of how we view our heroes. Tapos yun nga, tama yung sinabi ni DJ na parang wala namang kaano-ano yung pagkamatay.
They actually tried, parang even, spoiler na naman ba, parang they tried to make it na parang magiging glorious to. Remember, he was looking at the sky,
ganun.
Sees an eagle. Pero after nun,
sobrang unceremonious nung pagkamatay niya.
Kung gaano ka drawn out yung death scene ni General Luna sa...
Ganun kaiksi yung parang tapusin na natin.
Naalala ko yung best friend ko, sabi niya, that was fast.
Diba?
Ang bilis nung nangyari. Diba?
Parang even the Battle of Tirad Pass, it's if you view it, parang pag pinanood mo, medyo may pagka-exciting din naman siya.
Medyo.
Pero if you look at it closely, parang the Filipinos, they had the tactical advantage. They had terrain. Well, hindi siya masyadong konti yung tao nila, pero that's fine. Pero they defended that place for only like 6 hours. And ultimately also, there's another point in this film na tipong yung hubris nila, their own, kasi may part doon sa film na minamaltrato nila yung mga katutubo. Yeah, and that is historically proven. May historical records of this. Na it came back to bite them. Kasi yung guide na katutubo, he guided the Americans to parang nag-shortcut to help defeat the people guarding Tirad Pass. And so pati yung battle itself, it was glorified. Parang sabi nga, may magandang review sa Rappler, si Ogs. Sinabi niya na parang isa na undressing of our hero. Just like in that scene na hinuhubaran si Paolo Abilino.
Kasi sa in history hindi naman in-indicate na hinubaran siya ng mga
There were accounts.
Parang may
May-
niloot siya, pero
Oo,
not
pero
really.
not yung ganun na sobrang to
depends,
the extent na wala na siya masyadong suot.
Parang Rizal
Baka for
without,
fan service na rin. Charot!
Rizal without the overcoat. Goyo without his clothes.
Yeah. On the other hand, yung pinaka main issue with the film is the same as Ses. Na tipong, parang the film's greatest fault is, while it shows Goyo's parang character development from being a reluctant hero to being a true hero, a dead hero. It doesn't show his heroism before. Parang pinangaralan
siya.
siyang general. Pero hindi natin alam kung bakit. There's a flashback in this movie to the Battle of Cacarondasili. It's a very
Short.
interesting battle.
Yeah, parang mas interesting pa yun kasi tirad pa. So,
Actually, exciting siya na battle eh.
I guess dahil precisely because snippet lang siya nung battle na yun, kaya siya exciting.
Yun. And it doesn't show it to us. There are parang some indications that he has PTSD during this
Yeah.
play scene, pero yun nga parang medyo kulang siya. I think, well, just in my interpretation, parang the film parang nag-assume siya sa ating preconceived notion ni Goyo, and it uses that as yung parang evidence nila na magaling siya dati. Pero kung dati pa lang wala ka naman masyadong paki sa kanya, the film will not work as well.
I think nakatulong dun sa pagiging romantic part nung film was that yung script sinulat din siya ni Rodi Vera.
Yes.
Yeah.
Si Rodi Vera is a very sensual / sentimental writer. So,
Hinanap daw talaga eh.
okay. Si Rodi Vera ang kasama niya dito.
Ni-request daw talaga ni Tarag yun eh.
That's why. So, parang I was like, nagising ako, uy, si Rodi Vera pala magsimula.
Sa credit na.
Awayin tayo.
Yun. So, technical-wise, same. Nung una ko napanood yung General Luna, I had problems with it being so clean.
Yeah.
Sabi ko, walang ganyang lupa sa Bulacan na ganyan kapino.
Totoo yan.
Walang ganyang kapinong lupa. But then I thought na, okay, kasi fresh pa to. So parang hindi ko naman alam kung anong itsura ng 1800s. Kung ganun nga yung lupa o hindi. Tapos yun. So, same pa din. Pero yung execution ng set, production-wise, it's still amazing na they were able to pull that off and just a little minimal location settings.
Sabi nung best cousin ko, nung nag-trail or umakyat sila ng Balagbag, that's the time that Goyo, yung nagsiset up sila sa Balagbag.
Oh, sa Balagbag sila nag-shoot.
Balagbag sila nag-shoot. So, nung pinanood ko siya, Balagbag. Kasi nakataas ako ng Balagbag.
In fairness.
Ganon.
Doon nila siya.
May isang magandang shot doon eh, yung parang drone shot na sobrang tagal. Na at first parang iniisip natin ba't ang jerky ng camera. Kasi siguro technical limitations. Pero kung isipin mo, yung agila, pag gumaganon siya, jerky din naman yung ulo niya. So, pwede na.
Ako nga naisip ko dun, parang Dogma 95. Parang, this is happening in real time. Mga ganun.
Ayun, ganun.
Dogma 95 na lang ako. Okay, baka real
Realist,
time.
yeah.
Kunyari, tayo, nandun din tayo. Parang ganun.
Bumabon triers yun.
Oo, ganun na lang ako.
Pero kung si Bon Trier, kaya talagang gumawa na naman.
Wow!
Yung tipong spoiler alert, pagka matay niya, yung imbes na ganun yung...
Sumabog talaga. May flowers of blood.
push, ganun.
Maging rated R yan. TRCB.
Tapos biglang mabubuhay yung chorus, magbu-musical. Dancer in the Dark.
Dancer in the Rain pa. Tapos yung gapang-gapang part, na siya? Yung, yung mag-asawa sila.
Oo, nga.
Yung gapang-gapang part, yung boy ka pa, parang gano'n. Ayun.
Ayun.
Going back dun sa Battle of Third Pass, parang pinaportray din kasi siya as the Thermopylae of the Philippines.
Yes.
A small number of heroic people making a last stand against vastly numerically superior enemy. Tapos their downfall in the end was caused by this so-called traitor na minalate nila nung una. Yung Igorot, in the case of Igorot ba or Ifugao?
Igorot.
In the case of Goyo, pero yung hunched person, well, in the depiction of Frank Miller's 300, na may explicit shot pa nga, di ba? Yung pinakita yung back pass or parang bypass dun sa likod nila. So, ganun. Ba yung sasabihin ko about it. Pero 300 was true and true. Parang heroic romantic siya.
Yeah. This is a subversion.
This is a
Parang ultimately, hindi naman yung katutubo yung nag-tridor. Sila din yung nag-tridor sa kanila. By being mean to the tribes people.
And then parang spoiler na naman, pero right before mabarel si Goyo, binibigyan siya ng barel eh. Tapos parang sabi niya, tara, tapusin na natin. Parang ganun yung sinasabi niya. Parang he was ready to actually fight na nung battle na yun. And that was the moment he was killed.
And spoiler alert, parang beforehand may traitor part na dun eh, yung dinner. Yung sabi niya parang ito i-translate mo to.
Yeah.
Diba?
Totoo.
Hindi ko na sabihin ko ano yung exact lines. Basta yung part na yun, ito
Alvin
i-translate mo
Anson.
to. Parang yung dalawa, parang useless yung negotiation natin with the Americans.
Yes.
Kasi given na may permiso na from the
Higher
top.
up.
So,
Actually, nasa libro rin yun ni Joaquin eh. Yung botched ni Alejandrino and his aid. May tanong ako sa inyo guys. Yung marketing push nitong film, I guess yung or at least yung fandom that has sprouted because of this film.
yung mga
Nagoyo. They've parang leaned on, shipping the handsome male characters of which there are many.
Guvente.
Yes.
Actually, yung
Juvente.
stand-up poster sa cinemas, diba? Si Carlo Aquino.
Di ba?
Lino.
Parang yan eh, may fandom na, parang fandom na fandom na lumabas na
Ginagawan
parang
kasi siya ng homosexual subtext. Yung part ni...
Yung bromance, gano'n?
parang part ni, ano ba to?
Ni Joven.
Joven. And ni ano nga.
may may tawag dito. May term yan sa anime fans. They're called for female fans na mahilig mag-pair ng mga ng mga male characters together. Even if they're not overtly together. Mga fujoshi. Yun. So, parang ano masasabi niyo na they tapped into that to help, probably to help market the film?
Natatakot.
Para sinadya ba nila yon or what do you think?
Actually, kanina, sa sinema na pinanood ko, parang 90% ang mga nanood.
Babae.
Hindi. I mean, as in, jam-pack siya.
Parang, ganun?
Not really. Parang, noong una, actually, may mga katabi kaming ganun. Pero, parang 50-50 na men and women yung nanood.
Not bad, yeah.
So, I was like, okay, impressive. Kasi nga parang, ang ganda nung marketing niya. And the funny bits, talagang tumatawa sila. As may mga parts na hindi ako natatawa, pero tumatawa sila. Wow, okay.
In fairness.
Oo.
Mas natawa ako, to be honest, mas natawa ako sa General Luna.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a funnier
funny
film. Pero meron na mga occasional dito. In fairness, 90% Kasi I watched this like first day. And yung sinihan na pinuntahan ko, this was an off hour. So, mga 3 p.m. It was like, 60% full. So, actually, yun din hindi pa sila nagre-release ng box office. Unlike
Curious, no?
General Luna na tipong every week may update tayo.
Kasi
help us
increasing
reach.
increasing.
Sobrang kinampaign ko yun nung si Henry Luna. Parang Instagram ko, parang 15 posts para kay Henry Luna, ganun.
Naalala ko kasi nung 2015, parang nirequire kasi siya ng mga history teacher na panoorin ng mga
Actually, ngayon din.
Even now, probably.
Yeah, yung anak ng kaibigan ko, she's like, 8 years old. Ni-require silang papanoorin ng school nila na manood.
Papatay nung ni Tristan for this. Pero nung si Henry Luna, he didn't, if you're gonna read the review,
Yung review niya.
bias siya for people to watch it in educational wise. Pero if you're gonna read the context, he didn't really like the film. I like the film. So parang yung campaign ko nun, since we have to market it on the page, on the site, on the ako nun parang 3 times ko siya pinanood. First time, 6 na kami sa sinehan.
Yeah.
Yung
agree, ganun din kami.
Ex ko, pinilit ko pa, sumama ko, ganun. Ano tayo, ganun. Kami pa kasi nun, parang sumama ka, kasi wala kita, parang ganun. Tapos yun, second, parang 12 pa lang kami sa sinehan. Tapos, nagulat ako sa third time, ang dami na namin.
Sobrang dami na.
Oo.
It exploded around the second week
Third week, kasi tatanggalin na siya eh.
Yeah.
So,
Kasi increasing siya talaga nun parang shooting up.
Tapos,
word of
by the
mouth
third week,
kasi.
sinama ko na yung nanay tatay ko. Kasi in fairness, nagustuhan naman nila.
kasi parang parang ako, may message ako, sabi ko, lagay mo kayo ng memes. So, nag-memes ng mga parts dun.
Meme culture helped, promote
General
General
Luna.
Luna. Very
Yes.
much.
Ako bilang Tarok fanboy, pinanood ko agad siya nung first Wednesday or first Friday yata. Tapos dinala ko na yung nanay ko. Ayun. Going back to Goyo. Yung isang reklamo ng friend ko, parang wala daw character development si Goyo. So, sabi ko, well, I agree yung sa points niya naman na hindi nga na-build up na maayos. Tapos, well, yeah. Tapos sabi ko sa kanya, half joke lang na, ang nakita ko lang na character development niya is he goes from romantic to suicidal.
Pwede, no?
Kasi parang
not
last
really
hope
heroic
niya for love
eh.
is
Si Gwen
Remedio.
Zamora.
Oo, si...
Gwen Zamora yung naalala.
From Apocalypse, child.
Apocalypse siya.
pwede.
Naalala ko siya sa The Witness eh. Gwen Zamora.
Oo, kasi parang tinatanong siya ni Gwen Zamora, mahal mo ba ako? Ganyan. Ay, sino to? Remedios.
Ni Remedios.
Mahal mo ba ako? Tapos parang hindi niya ma-justify.
Yeah. And I think it also ties into yung the greater picture of the parang yung love ni Goyo for Remedios is parang pwede mo siyang i-compare with Goyo's love for the country or the Filipino people's love for the country. Na at first tenuous sila, parang hindi ko alam kung talagang mahal ko ba ang bansa natin. Pero once he reads Remedios' letter and he starts fighting at Tiran Pass. Parang tipong yung sinabi niya to his soldiers ay mahal niyo ba ang bayan? Parang we are not haters, we're lovers.
Naway maging totoo tayo sa ating mga salita.
Diba?
Wow.
Saka, ang ganda rin kasi nung or mababaw ko lang ba, pero ang ganda nung sinabi ni Remedios, Gwen Zamora dun sa sulat niya. Gusto ko ng lalaking alam ang kanyang hangganan. Ganun. Yun din kasi yung nandun, yun yung exact lines na lumabas dun sa first teaser trailer ng Goyo.
Yes.
Yung the one that came before I'm Drunk, I Love You, way back last year.
Yung Angelito? Or
Hindi,
before pa lang?
yung teaser trailer.
Angelito, and then there's this
Ay, teaser.
2-minute or less than 2-minute trailer,
Alright.
teaser. Na doon pa lang ma-feel mo na yung tone nung Goyo. Even back then, sabi ko dun sa friend ko, parang pa-romantic, pa-sentimental tong Goyo, unlike Luna. Kita mo pa lang doon pa lang sa teaser trailer na yun. Tapos looking over the landscape, ganyan. Tapos love letter. Ano to?
Yun. Anything else, guys, about the film?
Continuous styles, I think, which if for me was yung sa General Luna, yung part na sumasayaw siya with his brother. Yung
Oh, yeah. Nawala yun,
bumalik siya.
Bumalik
pero
siya.
yung sa dito, short lang sila ni Gwen, yung hindi sila maghahawak ng kamay.
Ay, oo.
Na
Yeah.
nag-twist
Ay,
lang.
fair.
So ayun, napansin ko na okay, continuous style na romantic siya in a way na parang tinatry, yun yung parang entry niya to climax, parang gano'n.
I see.
Kasi 'di ba, parang magbababay na si na
It's
pupunta
right.
na ako ng war, gano'n.
It's right before namatay si Luna, di ba?
Yeah, gano'n din sa General Luna na parang nag-reminisce siya na ang buhay ko dati sa Paris is ganito, wala kaming magkapatid.
Yun. Actually, for me, yung equivalent or counterpart nun sa Goyo is yung play scene sa plaza. Kasi that was the montage that tells his backstory.
Hindi, what I mean is yung style ni Taro
style.
in terms
May parang
of
visual thing na nagkanunan
kasi-
sila.
parang
movement?
siyang,
Yeah.
montage in a way na parang wala namang exact na pictures na magkakasunod.
Yeah.
Pero yung naging blurry siya.
Yes.
Kasi sa kanilang dalawa, yun yung memory nila nung sayaw nila yun. Kasi di ba earlier, pinakita yung sayaw na yun, magkahawak silang kamay.
Yeah.
Pero doon, since they're both romanticizing each other na eto na yung final dance natin, o gano'n. Tapos kay General Luna, sa kanya, multiple yung partners na, like from his brother to his lover, and then to his profession na as a soldier. Gano'n. So, ang galing lang. So, wow, he kept that. Parang,
Sana makip niya sa third film.
si Manuel L. Quezon and sino kaya? Ako feeling ko si Manuel L. Quezon ng
Si Quezon niya.
Quezon.
I think
TJ Trinidad
DJ
na,
Trinidad.
TJ Trinidad
Yes,
na, not
TJ
Benjamin Alves.
Trinidad. And it's about this is about the 1935 election.
Oh.
Quezon versus Aguinaldo. So,
Dawn of Justice.
Kaya di ba
That's
dun
why.
sa, by the way guys, may after credit scene,
Yeah.
tapos,
So, please stay.
Kasi, hindi ko na mabilang yung dami ng tao na parang pagtapos na, umalis na sila. Parang, no, wait. Di ba may scene doon na yung posters ni Aguinaldo,
Pinatungan,
pinapatungan ng posters ni Quezon. And, yun, I think it's about that political race. Probably with flashbacks to Quezon's life as a soldier in the Revolutionary War.
Possibly. Kasi yung teaser, post, credits-ish, pre-credits and credits nung Senera Luna was, si Goyo was looking at, yung field, yung bundok-bundok.
Na nasa Goyo din, di ba? And by the way, kung panoorin niyo ulit yung General Luna, parang may stubble si si Paolo Avellino.
Ang galing, nakita mo pa yun.
So,
Mali naman kopya mo.
continuity error. Got you.
Super exposed na yan. To super
Malinaw ang kopya.
Malinaw kopya. DVD yan, DVD.
Wala naglalakad sa
Pero yun, spoiler alert dun sa presidential race ni Quezon. Nanalo si Quezon nun. And,
Kids.
History naman.
pero,
Kids. Okay, matutulog.
ayun. Tapos, if, so, 2018 na yun, no? So, assuming that Taro gets it done by 2021,
3 years
just,
ulit, no?
yeah, it's 1 year before the next election. Am I correct?
Yeah.
And this film is about an election, so it will be set before the election. It might be a nice, thingy,
Nice timing.
Yeah.
nice timing, And speaking of, may isang about the film, yung General Luna, na yung some people interpreted General Luna as support for strongmen. And
That was corrected by Angelito.
Angelito. Not Goyo technically.
Even before Goyo, Angelito na yung collection niya.
What do you think about this, guys? That notion.
He's like a patriarchal / alpha male.
Yeah, strong man.
/
Mabuhay ang macho.
chauvinistic man.
And
Amil, gano'n.
Did it help people, did it influence people to vote in the 2016 elections, do you think? Given that we eventually voted someone kind of like Luna in temperament.
Naging political tayo.
Charot. Oh, pero films are political.
Political commentary. 1, 2, 3, now go.
What did you think about this, guys?
I think so. For me, I think so.
Did you think it?
Yeah, kasi, di ba nga, films are made in 60 minutes kasi it's like your dream. A dream lasts for like, an REM is 90 minutes max.
Yeah.
So, since a lot of people were influenced by that film, they kind of reference that. I mean, you can't ignore that, di ba?
That's true.
So, yeah, for me, yeah. It's simple yes.
Tapos, yun nga, Angelito was made to, correct this notion na,
Leader o idolo?
Yeah,
Ano bang
leader or
kailangan
idolo.
natin? Yun yung line ni Bernal dun sa Angelito. Which is available on YouTube.
Yeah,
for free.
For free.
PBA, for free.
Yes.
So, watch that, guys.
I'll send you the link. PM nyo lang ako. PM. Dumami yung mga message requests.
Lumiboy followers mo.
Who are these people? What are you asking from me?
So, ganda naman dun sa General Luna and Goyo. Hindi natin i-ignore na binalance niya kasi nung both films yung look sa hero, di ba? Like, as you said, si General Luna, and napanood naman natin na may messianic complex, alpha male, ganon, and very strong ang character. Unlike ni Goyo, hindi parang up to the other way na hindi siya ganon ka-strong yung character niya. Makikita mo na may both naman may weakness, pero to kasi mas makikita mo yung obvious yung weakness niya, diba?
Parang he's not yet prepared to face.
Reluctant niya.
But he's kind of chauvinistic din kasi womanizer siya.
That's true.
Ako nga pala, hindi ko na
Womanizer siya. Pero siya parang, kumaga, sorry guys soft boy, para siyang ganun.
Yun.
May soft boy complex siya.
Meron nga. Tapos yun, naiiwan ng babae, parang gano'n.
Tapos yung mga letters ng
He
mga...
keeps them.
Oo.
Parang triumph, parang trophies, gano'n, of his
trophies niya. Mementos.
conquests.
Ng conquest.
What would you say about Remedios Nableose as a woman character?
As a woman, as a female character, she definitely played yung woman nung time na yun. And I was...
True to its time, gano'n.
Oo. Na parang refreshing in a way kasi parang kung papanoorin ko siya sa anak ko or something na babae wherein yung mga palabas ngayon laging pinupush na hindi, okay lang yan, female empowerment means you have to give yourself up. Siya kasi she didn't give herself up, pero nandun pa rin yung empowerment na hindi kasi if you want me, you have to You have to effort. Hindi naman dahil sa Chauvin, you have to be chivalrous. Pero kasi parang, anong makakuha mo sa akin? You can get everything. Parang ganun. So, for me as a woman, nung nakita ko sa Remedios, parang gusto kong bumalik ng kasala. Hindi, joke lang. Wala naman nangyari sa akin. Pero ano, parang, this is she's well written. Kasi in history, silang dalawa ni Felicidad.
Yes.
Tama. Felicidad, medyo sinula sila ng okay lang, pero gusto ko yung the way na medyo nag-highlight sa kanya kahit na hindi sila totally nag-end up together.
Yes.
Sorry, Josephine Brackett. I mean, you're also very important in history, pero yun nga, medyo nag-upper hand si Remedios dito.
Nice.
And hindi ko alam na may Remedios pala si Gregorio del Pilar. Diba? Hindi tinuro ng teacher ko nung high school yun.
Inuungusan niya ni Goyo ngayon si Rizal bilang ang pinaka magaling na babaerong bayani natin.
May ano din according to historical reports or parang sa sinabi ni Gerald, parang may confusion as to whether yung last love ni Goyo was
Yung Dolores
Remedios
kasi.
or Dolores.
Si Dolores.
Yung pangalan din sa
Kapatid
napkin.
niya. Yung pangalan sa napkin. So that's why yun. So wala lang. I guess partly
may
we don't really don't know.
May yung context na ang tawag doon, basta parang pailalim na
underhanded context.
may something na
Subtext.
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 And I think we have to talk about, or ako na ba, na about Aguinaldo.
Yes.
Hindi ako Aguinaldo apologist, pero we have to remember na there's a disclaimer in this film at the start na this is based on historical events, but according to the words of the film, historical facts are used to service a narrative theme.
Yes.
Yun yung word niya. And unfortunately, yung narrative theme ng Goyo and even General Luna cost Aguinaldo's image in the public.
Yeah.
Isa lang yan parang isipin lang natin na both films overlook Aguinaldo's achievements before the time of the stories. Na Aguinaldo was far more successful than Luna or Goyo ever was in the battlefield. There would not be a revolution without Aguinaldo. Kahit si Bonifacio, wala siyang nagawa masyado
Yeah, about that, dun sa not to diminish na may faults talaga siya, may mga masama talagang shady siyang ginawa afterwards, but yun, kulang sa balance yung portrayal kay Aguinaldo.
I guess yung the way na he was written, may kulang.
Yeah. Parang naging Thanos siya ng kasi cinematic universe. Ganun.
Tsaka, with all due respect kay Mon Confiado, I mean, I really love Mon Confiado, pero nung lumabas siya, ay, masama to.
Na-typecast na siya. Sorry, kuya.
Sorry po.
We cannot deny his acting.
If you read Aguinaldo's chapter in Nick Joaquin's book, he was somewhat a capable, parang local leader. Kasi parang siya yung Spanish equivalent ng town head or something like that. Pero once
He had position
He had a position.
Cavite.
Pero parang ang characterization ni Joaquin sa kanya is he had a fatal flaw na he was parang when faced with something na like a major decision, his reaction is to back away.
Retreat.
Okay.
To entrench itself. Parang I see na parang as for me si Aguinaldo had siguro meron naman siyang talagang patriotic may mahal naman talaga niya ang bayan. Yun lang methods with which he tried to administer were not By the way guys, maganda talaga yung libro ngayon, yung A Question of Heroes, basahin niyo. It's a very enlightening book.
Okay.
Speaking of literary sources, yung rather beautiful opening shot nga ng film na na-echo later, yung tumatakbo, exaggerated yung running away ni Aguinaldo from the Americans. There's this another English writer, Gregorio Brillantes, arguably one of Nick Joaquin's students. Comes from the generation after Nick Joaquin. Naging colleague niya sa Philippine Free Press, etc. Meron siyang article about Aguinaldo na it portrays Aguinaldo in a really good light, especially nung time of capture ni Aguinaldo sa Palanan. Sa Goyo kasi sobrang dinaanan lang yung capture scene niya sa Palanan.
That's
sa
true.
Bella. Pero may dinocument I'm not sure if document is the right word, pero may pinortray si Gregorio Villantes in his essay about Aguinaldo na nung kinapture si Aguinaldo and then when he was boarding the ship of the Americans dun sa Isabela coastline, may ginawa siya parang he saluted. Basta there was a gesture na he wanted to portray Aguinaldo as more heroic than Goyo might make him look like. Na
Nasa
he
isip
was
ko kasi
just
pag
a
ganyan,
victim to his circumstances.
Parang
Then-
they have to do a film na separate for Aguinaldo. Kasi ang...
pero
ano
hindi na
kasi
siya
eh,
papasok sa Cinematic
Oo, kasi-
Universe.
Oh, hindi na. Kumbaga sa Spider-Man Venom. yan.
Kailangan reboot na
It
yan.
depends pa rin
Reboot
sa
na.
ano eh,
Siya na yung napili.
It depends pa rin sa filmmaker. Hindi naman sa... Siguro, ano na lang din, on my opinion. Siguro si Taro kasi, nag-focus na siya dun kay Gregorio del Pilar.
Aha.
And yung mga people na naka-apekto sa kanya,
Yeah.
na, hindi naman sinasadya na to overlook, di ba, Aguinaldo. Pero talagang kailangan siyang gawan ng,
Kailangan
ng
ng
separate film
antagonist.
para hindi mag-ano yung tao, para pabalance.
May narrative theme kasi talaga si Goyo.
Have you seen, guys, yung ibang historical films?
El Presidente?
Like,
ganyan.
yeah, depicting Aguinaldo, El Presidente, Bonifacio ang unang Pangulo.
Yung ang Bonifacio yung napanood ko, El Presidente.
El Presidente.
May inang bayan sa El Presidente na tas si Nora Honor.
Oo.
Medyo, well, ano siya, E.R. Strigan to, di ba?
Yeah, E.R. Harrison.
E.R. Harrison ito pala. It's a very E.R. Harrison film. Katipong, kasi siya si Aguinaldo, di ba? Parang, I'm so, ganyan. Bahal ko ang bayan. Ganun.
Hindi nuance.
Hindi siya nuanced. Para rin yung there's a very notorious film about Goyo way back in the late 90s by Carlo J. Caparas.
Ito yung favorite film ni Ogs Cruz.
Favorite film ni Ogs Cruz. Favorite in the sense na...
Carlo Caparas film yan, diba?
Yes, it's a Carlo J. Caparas film.
Ito yung nasa bio ni Ogs Cruz sa rapper yata. Parang,
Yeah, tinad past the something of Gregorio H. Del Pilar. I think si Romnick,
Okay, I remember.
Do you remember
90s,
this film?
so.
Yeah, late 90s. Tas sobrang hindi nauubusan yung clips nila, gano'n. Tas sobrang... Pero yun nga, to be fair to that film, pinortray niya yung heroic deeds ni Del Pilar before the Filipino-American War. So yung merong isang storya na they snuck into like some place na dressed in women's clothing. Do you remember that story? Yun. So yun, I think they dinipict yun sa Tirad Pass. Pero overall, the film's not very good.
Napanood mo na siya? Yung...
Dati. And I don't wanna watch it again.
Ay, ito correct pala. Sabi ko nga na yung kay Aguinaldo, siguro the best way is to do another version nga. To do another version ng film. I mean, ng...
Snyder Cut.
Snyder Cut?
ng film about kay Aguinaldo.
I think
Para
pwede
mabalance,
siya,
diba?
siguro sa third.
Probably.
Kasi dito sa Goyo, somehow, naiintindihan ko na, well, sa General Luna pa lang, naintindihan ko na medyo coward siya. Sa Goyo, naintindihan ko na he's trying to redeem himself. Siguro sa third, since yun na yung mga magiging senile na siya, almost senile part.
Yeah, more or less. Ano na siya noon? 60s na siguro siya. No? Although
siguro.
he died in the 60s then. So, 90 years old na siya.
May sasabihin ako nawala lang sa
Sige lang. Ayun. Any other thoughts, guys, habang inisip ni Cesang?
What can you say about the performances ng actor?
Ang paborito kong performance doon, although probably more because of the dialogue na sinasabi niya, is Epikison as Apolinario Mamiti.
Yeah.
He was excellent.
Nag-improve siya from yung sa General Luna.
From General Luna. Talagang feel ko may mabigat yung nangyayari. Wala siyang magawa. All he can do is like write.
Hindi siya makatayo eh.
Hindi siya makatayo eh.
Nahirapan.
Sorry naman. Tawa kami ng tao nung kasama ko manood kanina. Kasi parang, ay naku, napakapasakit talaga nito kay Kayla. Ganon.
Parang Professor X ng
ng heroic cinematic universe.
Katipuneros assemble.
Nasusulat na lang siya, no?
Diba?
Yung mga after 2 months yung feedback.
May cerebro yung pero yun nga, 2 months ang travel.
Naalala ko na si Joven. Natutuwa
Joven.
ako sa character development niya kasi
Yeah.
'di ba dun sa spoiler alert, sa ilog scene, hindi siya lumangoy. Kasi hindi siya part dun.
Yeah.
Oo.
Kasi
He's an observer. Eh.
Oo, hindi siya part dun, kaya siya lumangoy. So parang wala lang. Natuwa lang
Witness
ako
siya
na.
eh, di ba? From
Sinabi niya.
General Luna to Goyo.
Oo.
Serves as a witness eh.
I'm interested how they will evolve the Hoven character in the third film. Kasi
hindi na siya Hoven.
Kasi
Hindi na
di
siya
ba,
young.
the first two films, he represents parang the youth or the audience.
Literally, Hoven, young.
Young, di ba? Paano sa matanda na siya sa 1935?
Iba na pangalan niya, ano na, Viejo.
Matanda na. Ganon.
Sabi nga nung minagsabi nga sa akin, si Hoven pa naman yung favorite character niya sa movie. Totoo ba siya, tinanong sa akin? Tapos parang sabi,
Non-existent,
unfortunately,
I'm
no.
sorry."
Narrative device siya.
Pati dun sa dun sa General Luna, non-existent talaga siya. Kaya siya nabaril dito sa pisngi, di ba? Kaya hindi siya marunong gumamit ng armas. Kasi nga,
Ay, yun pala, naalala ko bigla na somehow may unintentional hilarity sa movie. May tendency yung mga tao na mahulog sa bangin.
Oo nga.
Di ba? Si Hoven, nung gumulong si Hoven, nung nahulog siya, tumatawa yung theater dun sa screening ko. Parang, ano ba yan? Parang stupid. Sobrang stupid kasi tingnan nung nagro-roll down talaga siya.
wala na siya. Hindi na nga
Tapos,
siya
after no, napatay na si Goyo, tapos tumatakbo na yung mga sandala, parang
Tapos may dalawang nahulog sa
Tapos
bangin.
may tumatakbo, tapos sabi lang, okay dyan, may bangin dyan, tapos nahulog sila.
Oh, tapos yung scene na nagta-travel sila sa bundukan, meron din nahulog kasi yung kabayo. Ang dami nahulog sa bangin sa pelikula.
Pwede mong gawa ng meme, combine mo lahat. Falling off cliffs.
Hulog bangin cinematic universe. Charot.
Pwede mo rin in a context na pasaway kasi mga Pilipino eh. Pag sabi mo gagawin pa rin eh.
Kahit hindi sila mahulog sa bangin.
Huwag kang tatawid.
Hindi namatay ka dito.
Subtext
Bawal
yan,
mag-yosi.
subtext.
Nag-yosi pa din.
Yun. But then again, yun yung another thing na for appreciation sa movie, yung battle, hindi siya sobrang dreary lang na parang Saving Private Ryan. Sobrang grim nito.
Ang fun.
Battle can actually be a little bit fun kasi yung nag-start yung battle na binabaril nung camp ni Lieutenant Garcia yung Teniente Garcia yung
isang scout?
yung scouts, yung unang beses na dumating yung mga Amerikano. Tapos parang kumakaway-kaway pa siya.
Welcome.
Na may historical account doon yun eh. Na apparently they were actually happy when they were shooting the enemy. So parang, di ba, sobrang Pinoy. Parang gera na nga, mamatay na nga kayo. Pero
Masaya pa rin.
Masaya pa rin kayo.
Happy pa din.
Uminom ba kayo ng lambanog? Tapoy.
Kung isipin mo, yung battle na yun, ang dami niyang comedic or parang nakakatawang scenes na more than like the first part of the film na medyo dreary na they're waiting for
Dreary or
parang
romantic.
romantic.
Dull din.
At the same time, medyo, for me, realistic siya. Kasi, siguro, dadautin ko ng mga Hollywood films. Hindi naman ganun ka-choreograph ng war eh.
That's
Diba?
true.
I mean, strategic planning, fine. Pero, you can't really choreograph people to fight that way, na ganun kalinis. Kaya itong mga to parang mga mukhang aang-ang, parang
Taguan lang.
takbo ba tayo? Ganun.
Totoo yan eh. Totoo
Tapos
yan.
sa mga ano lang, sa mga damo-damuhan lang, ganun. I mean, kung galing kayo sa Tondo, hindi naman sila ganun eh, na parang kailangan
Kasi
pag
parang
magagang war, ano lang eh.
sila eh. Parang, lang yun.
Oo. Or like sa amin sa Bulacan, yung mga pillbox dun, parang, ay, may pillbox, parang ganun. Ganun lang kami. Ay, may pillbox, takbo tayo. Ganun. Sinong gaganon? Parang ganun. Diba? So, maganda siya in a way na parang, ang lame, no? Parang, kung i-compare mo, bakit ganun sa Saving Private Ryan, pero kasi sabi mo, it's just a film. Parang dito, for sure, hindi ganun ka-choreograph ng maganda. Kasi parang, ano yun? Parang, X versus Y axis tayo ha, mga ganun, di ba?
30 degrees, ganun. Wala.
Imposition.
Yung mga longitude, latitude ng mga positions nyo ha, tandaan nyo. Kasi may X pa, di ba?
Naalala ko tuloy yung Balanggiga. Kasi ba yung Balanggiga, di ba yung sa war doon, hindi pinakita na yung rin di ba yung parang mga strategy.
Yeah,
Makikita mo yung horror ng war.
walang war.
Pero,
It didn't show the war at all.
oo, diba? Makikita mo yung horror ng war.
It shows just the horrors, yung aftermath ng war.
Oo, ganun.
Pero unlike Balanggiga na yung kalaban ay kalaban talaga, Goyo was neutral about the enemy.
That's true.
They were just simply the enemy. They're fighting their
They're
own
just doing
battle.
their jobs, Na natuwa din ako doon kay doon ko lang na-realize si Brett Jackson pala yan.
Yeah, Brad Jackson yan. Yung isa nga, di ba si Ethan Salvador?
Ganun.
Ha?
Black-haired lang? Siya?
Yes, nag-dye lang siya ng buhok.
Okay.
Sino to yung leader?
Siya yung si Sullivan ba yun? Or
Nakalimutan
basta
ko
yung
din.
batang soldier na Siya yung unang tumakbo. Siya yung
Yeah.
patakbo-takbo, pabalik-balik.
Balik. That's
Hindi, nandun din si Ethan Salvador.
Yeah,
I
nandun si
think.
Ethan Salvador.
Pero hindi siya.
Yeah, pero hindi siya. Tapos if you notice, merong isang mestizo-looking soldier sa Goyo. Sa forces ni Goyo.
Si
Totoo
Ethan,
yun. Historically correct.
Matt Evans.
Spanish.
Yeah, he
ano,
married a Filipina woman and he joined the Filipino Revolutionary Army.
Spanish siya lang, diba?
Spanish siya talaga.
Kaya pala. Parang ako, bakit nila pinasok si Matt Evans? Walang dialogue kasi
Yan.
historically correct pala yun.
Ayan. So, ano pa guys? Do you have anything else to add to Goyo? Ultimately,
I think it's very challenging sa Pilipinas na gumawa ng historical biopic without, with wanting to, or with figuring out what your goal is.
yeah.
No? Kasi, parang anong goal mo? Para ipakita ng pangit history natin? Or goal mo ba is to instruct na this is our history, we have to follow it? No?
Ang
Guys?
na-appreciate ko dito with Goyo, even in General Luna, hindi na siya nag-focus kasi before, ang napapanood lang natin na historical biopic was Rizal sa Dapitan.
Yeah.
It's more on Rizal diba?
Kagitingan
Yeah, so Andres Bonifacio, 'di ba? So dito, ito na yung mga heroes talaga na na-overlook natin, 'di ba? Yung hindi na natin, let's say na-ignore nating mga heroes. Ganun. Yeah.
Hindi part ng holidays.
Ay, true.
Walang pasok eh.
Hanggang National Heroes Day na lang
Wala.
sila.
Hanggang doon lang sila.
DJ, anything to add?
Wala na.
Yung sa akin naman, yeah, exactly. Well, ako personally, bilang isang sa aking paniniwala, parang in terms of gods among men, parang atheist ako. Hindi ako naniniwala talaga na may mga Diyos sa tao. Mga tao lang din sila. Which I think this film depicted quite well. And sana magawa yung third film. Mukhang kumikita naman.
Interesting.
For more, Bayanis. Ewan ko lang sa future kasi matatanda na sila. I guess. Mga political strategist na lang siguro.
Wow.
Ganun. Feel ko, I don't know where Taro will go with the third film. Pero,
Curious nga kasi it's much different setting eh.
Yeah,
Hindi na siya Revolutionary War, hindi na siya war at all.
I would totally watch it if it were a political thriller. Or, kasi, well, movies about elections here in the Philippines, in fairness, magaganda sila. Like, Badil, Vox Populi was good, yun. So, ayun, I hope they get to make the third one. And probably more.
And I guess we can really expect what the third film will be like.
Yeah.
That's true.
In the same way that Goyo was not anything like General
Yeah, I
Luna.
thought parang laban-laban lang, but no. And Taro is very nice at subverting expectations.
To add, natuwa ako kay Rafa Sigunoy sa film.
Alam mo ba?
Natuwa ako sa kanya.
Speaking about him, wala lang. Kasi yung roles niya recently, para siyang yung asta niya is this kinda pogy, cool guy na medyo slightly unlikable in a way. Parang nakakaasar. Like yung sa ML, siya yung son-in-law.
Hindi na pala pakinggan, sorry.
So parang ganun yung peg ko sa kanya these days. Pero hindi naman siya palaging ganyan kasi okay naman siya sa iba niyang roles.
Ako naman si Alvin Hanson yung natuwa ko dito. Nakalimutan ko na siya sa General Luna actually. Parang,
Nandun siya.
Nandun pala
Nandun
siya.
siya.
Yeah.
Pero dito kasi, before this, napanood ko siya sa El Peste. Sobrang funny nung character niya dun.
Nandun si Simon Confiado.
Yun actually yung favorite Mon Confiado film ko so far this year. El Peste.
AKA horny rat boys.
Na 90s feel.
Very 90s. Hindi naman sleazy, pero parang, yeah.
Scorpion Knights inspired pero hindi siya nag-focus dun sa
Scorpion Knights with
Seductive.
rats. Scorpion rats, ganun.
Scorpio rats.
So yun, Goyo. Very interesting film. DJ, do you have anything to add?
Again, to agree lang dun sa nasabi before na even if you don't like this film, it's at least really worth discussing, di ba, na yun nga, hindi na siya puro si Rizal at Bonifacio.
That's true.
Iba naman na General Luna, Gregor. Kaya exciting din talaga yung third film kasi, for example, pag inisip natin na Aguinaldo, automatic 1800s, diba? Pero hindi natin, ilan na ba yung nakakaalala na nabuhay si Aguinaldo up until the
60s. Yeah.
Even yung time nung Commonwealth kasi yung pagkakaturo sa kanya sa classroom, sa elementary or high school, na it was all about Quezon. Ilan na ba yung nakakaalam na tumakbo pa lang as president si Aguinaldo,
Oh,
di ba?
against Quezon, di ba?
Against.
So, yun, it's really shedding more light into underappreciated parts of our history.
Diba there's a question
Ito yung
pa
project
nga na,
ni
ano,
Tara.
is Aguinaldo the first president of the Philippines, diba?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
true.
Pero may nagsasabing
Ang daming,
Bonifacio, may nagsasabing si Quezon, diba? Yun
ang
yung
daming
maraming-
revolutionary governments pa before that.
So, talagang...
I think after nung General Luna, I think I spoke to my pumangkin sa pinsan. Tapos sabi niya, actually, tita, ang ngayon sa school, si Andres Bonifacio yung
First
president.
In fairness. So,
sabi ko, seryoso? Sabi niya, opo.
kasi nung kapanahunan natin, yun.
Ay, ni Emilio Aguinaldo. Panahon ko. Ako ni matanda pala, no?
Charet.
Ako pala, no? Kaya pala, hindi
Senior
naman.
mo.
Andres po din.
Di naman, eh. So, ayun guys, any last words about Goyo before we go on to...
Wait, naalala ko pala, ito pala yung ni-reference ko dun sa Eagle.
Okay,
Babanggitin
Eagle.
ko na.
Sige,
Sige,
banggitin
go.
mo.
Yung sabi sa Isaiah
Basa.
40:30-31. Not, forgive me kasi I believe you're atheist. So,
Hindi. Di ako atheist, guys.
So, even youths grow tired and weary, and young men stumble and fall. But those who hope in the Lord nabanggit ko na Lord, will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. Kaya naalala ko yun.
I
Yun.
see.
They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint. Or not
Agila ba talaga siya? Yun yung
Pero,
nickname niya?
pero according to Tarog din, historical yun actually yung Agila. It was the actual code name or nickname that Goyo del Pilar, the historical Goyo del Pilar, chose for himself.
Though, I have to ask, meron bang agila sa Ilocos
Bulacan?
Sur? No?
Meron.
Meron.
Mga
Ay,
time na yun.
part talaga siya ng range ng at least sa Philippine Eagle.
Okay.
Okay.
So there's really chance of seeing eagles there.
Oh, okay.
And another to correct myself, hindi si Paul, parang meron lang similarity dun sa soul na parang, hindi
Oh,
naman,
okay.
sa simula lang, nung kay Gregorio del Pilar. Yun lang.
Alright, so that wraps up our discussion.
Yes.
Disclaimer guys, di ako atheist. Sa ano lang,
Hindi, yung sinabi
in
lang
terms
niya,
of
no?
tao, sa
Gods
mga tao.
among men.
In terms of gods
Sorry.
among men.
Not
I'm an
gods
atheist.
per se.
Okay.
Or God per se.
Baka kuyugin na ka lang. Babaybas tayo. Hindi, joke lang.
Ma-offend kita, that's why I,
No offense taken. So, have you, as a closing, have you watched anything or are you doing something right now that you'd like to tell us or our audience?
Well,
Are off
na-resurrect ako from the dead. Ganun. Kaya ngayon lang
Sis.
bumalik for
Welcome.
Kinuha namin yung Dragon Balls tapos winish
Kaya
namin
ngayon
siya
lang ako
public.
naging active ulit sa Film Police. Pero I watch films from time to time. Netflix. The last film that I've seen was While You Were Sleeping. O, diba? Napaka-romantic.
Classic.
Bill Pullman.
Oo.
Classic yun.
Kasi magpapasko na eh.
How did you find it?
Cute! Parang kasi sabi ko, maghanap nga ako ng ibang 90s film na hindi naman si When Harry Met Sally, hindi si You've Got Mail, na light lang. Ganun.
Pretty Woman, try.
Pretty Woman. Pretty
Ghost,
Woman.
yeah.
Clueless.
Says thank you very much.
Thank you.
For,
Thank you.
I wanna
Actually,
join again.
yeah, if you, welcome to the Third World Cinema Club.
Third World Cinema Club to everyone.
Isama ka na namin sa FB group.
Sige.
Ganun. Tapos, DJ, anything
You
you've
have
watched recently?
Recently?
Watch,
Have you watched anything?
Well, in Two Farm Festival.
which we'll discuss next week.
Next week.
Yes.
So next week na lang yung comments.
Palabas pa.
Wala na.
Wala na siya.
Although,
Sorry.
for sure, there will be reruns somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, quick comment na lang sa To Farm. There were two standout films for me. Yung first one is, wala namang question doon, Tanabata's Wife was
Yes.
great. But the other,
Excellent film.
but the other one was, for me, Mga Anak ng Kamote. I think it was really good for me. Pero, it takes some defending kasi. So,
Yeah.
Ito ba yung si Katrina Halili?
Katrina
Yes.
Halili, yes.
I wanted to watch that.
Directed and written by Kato and Pakala.
Pakala.
The winners of Cinemalaya.
Kasi Tabata...
Tanabata's Wife.
Tanabata's
yun yung
Wife.
Japanese yung
Japanese.
actor.
Yes.
Jim,
To Farm din.
To Farm din.
Oo, ganon.
Yeah.
Alimuum.
Alam mo, siya favorite.
Ganda.
And not really. Second, kasi ang first kong favorite namin is Tanabata's Wife. Parang-
Yeah. So I also recently watched To Farm. I'll talk about it later. This was one of the strongest To Farm
Yes.
editions.
In fairness,
In 3 years. And my favorite again is Tanabata's Wife. I think across the board, everyone loved this movie, with a few exceptions. Notable din yung Alimuom, Soul Searching, and Mga Anak ng Kamote, which is a very divisive film. It's a very strange film to me. At first, hindi ko siya masyado na-gets. Pero once parang dinigest ko siya, parang nagustuhan ko siya, in fairness. Na iba yung paningin ko sa pelikula ngayon kaysa sa dun sa sinulat ko, dun sa review ko. And also, pinanood ko recently, this week, actually kahapon, Abay Babes, Viva Films. Very raunchy sex comedy. Medyo kalat siya, sorry. Pero natawa naman ako, in fairness. May mga jokes dyan involving tae. Na-type ko. Ganun eh. I'm a tae kind of guy. Tapos, Natalie Hart, sexy mo. Please join us. Charot. Joke lang. Tapos yung isa is Nakalimutan Kong Kalimutan Ka by Fifth Solomon. He's a PBB housemate, right? Ka-PBB ba niya si Alex Gonzaga?
No.
No.
Chris Aki.
No. Nakakatawa siya pero masyado siyang sobra-sobra siyang hugot. It tries to examine the structure of hugot so extensively na tipong wala nang natira.
Ang dami niyang pinagugutan na ibang pelikula din.
Ang dami niyang pinagugutan na ibang pelikula. And the ending defeats the purpose of the film. For me, it defeats the purpose of the film. Pero spoiler na lang yun. Actually, yun lang. And so, thank you guys again for talking with us here at Quago, here at Chino Rosas Avenue, with books, music,
Culture.
also coffee,
Poetry.
and poetry. So visit. Thank you daw. So visit us.
Thank you.
Thank you for hosting us tonight. And that's it, guys. To Farm next week. We might have a special guest with us again. You know who she is. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
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 Third World Cinema Club.